Hello and welcome to Scottish Gas Murrayfield as we look back on the highlights from Silver Saturday 2025. There were 7 games played across the day as we celebrated the best in club rugby. 4 of those matches took place here inside the National Stadium, but first here's a recap of the 3 games that took place inside Hive Stadium. The first game inside Hive Stadium, Earlston overcame Loch Arbor by 62 points to 14 to complete a season treble and lift the National Bowl.
Ali, congratulations, big win for you in the end. How did that feel?
It was immense, like the perfect end to a almost perfect season. So I've been with this club now 9 years, and we've went through some really difficult times and players and like finishing regularly at the bottom. So these last 2 seasons, when we've went from strength to strength, came so close to winning league and bowl last year, and I think that really spurred the boys on for this year. And it's like you can see from our results, we've been fairly dominant throughout the season, and it's an immense feeling.
Cammy, congratulations. What was that experience like for you?
Oh, that was really good. Just building on what Ali said, obviously how we've went through the season, win our league, win our regional bowl. I was quietly confident coming in the way that we've been playing and the structure we've tried to implement as coaches, that coming here today I felt anybody at our level, I thought we could give a really good testing. Obviously, maybe wasn't expected to be quite as dominant, but it's good to see there's areas that we're probably still a bit sloppy in, which is maybe a worry that it could be more. But at the end of the day, obviously, over the moon that we scored that many points and managed to walk away with the national bowl. It's great.
Wednesday picked up the National Men's Shield as they beat East Kilbride by 57 points to 22.
So you've just won the Men's Shield. How are you feeling?
Exhausted. That's it, but it's hard to put into words at the minute. When I recover, I'll work that out.
What do you make of your team's efforts today?
I thought we had a superb first half, and credit to East Kilbride, they came back really, really strong, had us on the back foot. And thankfully, we had some presence of mind to execute out wide today, especially in the second half, and that kind of gave us some more impetus and took the wind out of their sails a bit.
It's been an absolutely brilliant day. This competition is one that we put on our wall about 2 years ago as a goal, and seeing the guys really focus and make that come to life for them is brilliant. It's a great experience for the whole team, the whole squad that got us here, and obviously you can see the support from the town that was there today as well. So a really big event for everyone, and really proud of the way the guys performed on the day.
And in the battle of the North versus the South, it was Annan who picked up the women's national plate, defeating Geary's second 15 by 39 points to 24.
Obviously, it was quite close. It could have gone either way. Like, kind of, what was the messages that you were giving on the pitch to like push on and make sure that to secure the win?
There's one thing that I know the girls will always do, and that is dig deep and play with heart and soul, and they will fight with warrior spirit to the dying end. So I knew that they would do that.
Colin, congratulations. How are you feeling?
Oh, can't believe it, to be honest with you. Absolutely amazing performance by the ladies. It was a cracking game from both sides, I think. Both sides have got to take credit for it, but absolutely amazing performance for all the ladies, yeah.
So congratulations there to our 3 winners of the games inside Hive Stadium. The match reports for those games are now available to read on scottishrugby.org, with highlights available later this week. But now we're going to take a look at the games that took place here inside the National Stadium. First up, the Women's Shield match, which kicked off the morning games as Greenock Wanderers took on Wigtonshire. Your commentators for this one are Stuart McFarlane and Sarah Bell.
Greenock certainly made a lot, understandably, of their 150th anniversary last year. And the recruitment has been successful. There's a nice clean strike of the ball from Sophie Mann, and Sophie Mann opens the scoring then for Wigtonshire. One of the busiest figures there, picked up by the number 8 Kirsten McCulloch, tries to work her way around the corner up towards that 5 metre line once more. Campbell again, reinforcements coming in, looking to fend off each of the challenges here. Again, a desperate challenge coming in from Emily Sweeney there, outside centre, but a desperate tackle. Once more Greenock trying to defend, but Wigtonshire have crossed the line.
Yeah, they've worked really hard for that first try of the game, and as you can see, they're celebrating hard, and so are their supporters that have made all the trip all the way up here.
Almost the opening quarter has come and gone. Throw in, and that just brushing the hands there of Hannah Owen as it's cleared into the 22, but it's gathered by Katie Purvis. Got a bit of space now, Greenock. They've got 3 over on the far side. The centre's linking up well. The left wing is over for the score. Rachel Towell gathering there from Emily Sweeney, and Greenock Wanderers having conceded.
Yeah, they were unlucky there just a few moments ago for Zoe O'Donnell just get tackled into touch, but they regrouped.
And the Greenock side certainly got the bit between their teeth at the moment as Wigtonshire penalised for not rolling away, and then the pick up then from Hemphill. Tina Hemphill, the captain, barging her way up and over the try line. A broad smile on the face of the Greenock skipper, and they've suddenly turned this game on its head in the space of 5 minutes with 2 tries.
Yeah, Tina led by example there with the classic tap and go from the penalty, and just backed herself to get over that line. And that's
Finlay takes the ball forward. This is the response that the Wigtonshire supporters would certainly be looking for. Now the scrum half Campbell needs to find the offload, does so, and it's in with Isla Campbell linking up. Carla Campbell on to Isla Campbell, and Wigtonshire, the perfect response from the team from Stranraer. They now lead by 13 points to 12.
She's been in and around the game all morning already, and that classic snipe and go there and offload to her winger Isla on the outside just to score.
With real determination there. Shona Milvin was the latest player that was to try and gather the ball up, but now it's spread across the centres and backs and has worked its way out towards Niamh Wilson round the corner. Wilson is in the right hand side. She grounds the ball cleanly. The sky blue flags of the Wigtonshire supporters that have made their way up from Stranraer are flying in front of us.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've done exactly what they needed to do there. Just found the hands right out on the back line.
Caitlin Young this time. Out towards the left hand side. Picked off there. That's a nice piece of work from the open side flanker. Is she down for the try? She is. Amy McNeil with a try right at the very end of the first half. A 4th try for Wigtonshire, and that will conclude the first half. And what a first half it's been from the team from Stranraer.
Yeah, Wigtonshire have really pulled themselves ahead of this game, and like we say, we thought that was going to be the half just there, but the quick thinking from Carla Campbell to take that quick penalty and work their way up the field is paid off, because ultimately they've scored another try there just ahead of the half time.
That's a lovely piece of work there from Wigtonshire. Pass perhaps not quite as cleanly executed as they'd be looking for, but a fine run, and Campbell again looking to mop up, on then towards Mann, out towards the left hand side. Once more Isla Campbell, already a try scorer in the final, barged into touch across on that far side. Is she in touch? Well, the referee was across on the far side, and Sarah, you have to say that again Wigtonshire,
the physicality, but as well as that their ability to play out wide and offload as well, which is just fantastic to see both styles of play.
Well,
as they work through their phases just now, it's what's really impressed me about this game, Stuart, from Wigtonshire, is that they've really used the breadth of the pitch the entire game for a team that's never played on this pitch before. It's been really impressive.
Looking very confident, and they're a perfect illustration of that, working round the corner then. Fine piece of running from the right winger, Niamh Wilson, who scored 2 minutes before the end of the first half, adds another try almost on the hour mark. 59 minutes gone, and Rachel Bezic still to come on the park. I can see they're both stripped and ready to come on the park for what remains of this final. But Greenock now on the charge, and they're going to go over the try line for a score. They are indeed. A consolation score from their skipper, from Tina Hemphill.
She's been really good all game for them, but I think we've spoken quite a lot about Wigtonshire players because they have been so dominant throughout the game.
The tackle made by her opposite number, Eloise Moulton. Greenock through the hands once again, out towards the right hand side. Ball goes into touch. The referee signalling a knock on, puts whistle to mouth, blows for full time. Jubilation for these Wigtonshire players. The replacements in the orange bibs come racing on to the field of play along with the coaching staff. The Greenock players group each other in small huddles and acknowledge their efforts. Semi-final, all leading to a place at Murrayfield to do just that, to lift the Women's Shield for 2025 with victory over Greenock. A piece of history made for the Stranraer-based club, and all credit to them and how they will remember this 19th of April 2025.
It's been absolutely unbelievable, the amount of work that the girls have put in and the amount of work the club's put in, coaches, the amount of support. It goes way beyond definitely me and way beyond what the girls have been doing as well. Like, we've all been working so hard and working together just to bring out what you've seen today.
And to go home now with
to go home now with some silverware. It's the first time it's ever been done at the club, so that's a massive bit of history. It was the first time we've ever managed to get any kind of women's section out on the big stage with Scottish Rugby, so it's been absolutely fantastic to lead that. So proud of every single one of them.
The result it was today, you were just mentioning it was your first trip to Murrayfield for Silver Saturday. Talk me through your emotions at the final whistle there.
Unbelievable. My first season with coaching the ladies, and had a magnificent season, finishing runners up in the league, and getting this cup run's been amazing. We just got better and better, and we ended up 9 wins in a row.
Congratulations to Wigtonshire for picking up the Women's Shield. On to our next game. It was the National League Cup final, and Gordonians, having already picked up the National 2 title, were looking to make it a League and Cup double this year as they took on the National 3 side, Hillhead Jordanhill. Your commentators for this one are Stuart McFarlane once again, and this time he's joined by Graham Law.
Brodie McGrewer is the starting tight head prop as it's recycled again, and goes in goal. Powerful running here, and the second row forward Rollo press needed no second invitation to crash his way through. 2.5 minutes of the first half gone.
Terrific finish, Stuart, and really good continuity there from Gordonians from the line out.
But is eventually gathered, and the chase is on, and they play the ball out towards that left-hand channel.
Good pace.
Excellent piece of play. The fullback coming in there, Josh Andrews, down this left-hand side. Andrews scampering towards the line. The referee has awarded the score. You could see Andrews was looking back to see him close towards the line.
And then blazes away in counter-attack. Links up with his left winger. Great pace and just flirting with the touchline.
Who's occupied some good space, 5 metres from the line.
Good step.
Nice weaving sidestep there as he got a clean grounding. That was well played there by Rory Hart. They're looking to regroup once more. Hillhead again trying to pile their way over. They have. They've scored a try within 2 minutes of conceding their second. An excellent score there, Graham.
Yeah, Rory Hart did a great job, as you say, to get close, and then Blair Colvin, good body position.
Crashes just beyond that staggered 5 metre line. Phase after phase here from Gordonians. Can they find a way towards the try line? A long look pass out towards that left hand side, and they've just again used the full width of the pitch to great effect there. Jake de Jager.
As you say, Stuart, a number of ranges from combination of locks, and then here's the pièce de résistance, the long pass.
Again, they look to try and regroup. Callum Weir's in a good position to take the ball on, perhaps from his scrum half, but it's Jason Delaney Then it's back, picked up this time, played forward, crossfield kick, and have found their way across the line. Gordonians, hands behind heads here as Hillhead found a route towards the line.
The architect of all that, the lovely weaving break from Rory Hart, and then Hart, mindful of Murrayfield's big in goal area, lovely little kick into space.
He's had a good afternoon's work so far with the boot and does so. So with 15 minutes until the break, we're back on level terms, 17 points all. As it comes back now towards Linthai, and again Gordonians, you see players are calling to keep the defence nice and tight as it's back with outside centre, who starts it taking on the fly half duties, Andrew Brown, and up and over they go once again. It's just sheer persistence there from Hillhead Jordanhill. Another excellent piece of play from a collective of Hillhead players. Again, Blair Colvin, the try scorer, is second of the first half. There with a little decoy run, bringing Brown into play, so that drew one or two Gordonians players into a position in their known fashion. But Hillhead now through Hart has it once more. Another crossfield kick. Away goes the right winger Matthew Murray. Oh, lovely play from Murray, and he's in for a score. A sublime bit of Hillhead Jordanhill play. Matthew Murray, he scampered away as soon as the ball was in the hands of Rory Hart. I think he anticipated what Hart was going to do. A perfectly weighted crossfield kick.
What a terrific score, and entirely appropriate given what we've seen so far today, Stuart. Here we go.
Hillhead again, regrouped, reorganised. Another score for them at this stage, and you'd feel that would seal the deal for them as they look to press and probe. They pick and go, and again, right at the very heart of it is Ewan Ward, the scrum half. Nice piece of play here. Ward goes in once again. Little pop pass out towards the flanker, and Denley, who's done so much to get this side to the final. 3 tries en route to Murrayfield this afternoon, and Hillhead surely now have more than one hand on this Men's National League Cup trophy. 32 points to 17 they lead with. Away they go. One final fling then from the men from Aberdeenshire as they play the ball forward, and you could see Gordonians players just glancing to the heavens as the referee blows for full time and the celebrations begin, and Silverware will head to Hewingdon, and there's I think a few beer glasses flung in the air, contents still in the glass, as Hillhead supporters applaud the efforts of their players. They've won by 34 points to 17. Gordonians though made it such an enthralling final.
Here we go.
So the trophy now appears and is lifted to the heavens. And all credit to the skipper, because Blair Colvin, right in the very centre of the picture there, wearing the number 4, scored 2 tries in the first half in the 11th and 39th minutes.
I think it was probably fair to say that you were probably going into the match underdogs, considering the stature of Gordonians. How do you kind of rank that win in the season?
I think it's up there for me. The season we knew they've just topped National 2 going into Nat 1. We've played Gordonians twice in the past, lost both times, home and away. And we've obviously had an eye. Had an eye on National 2 because we were wanting to win our league. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So the ask was big. But the 1 through 22, I think there was a quiet belief we could do it today. And the atmosphere today going into the game was relaxed, but it was dialed in when it needed to be. And I couldn't be proud of the way the boys have gone out there and done an absolute job. But all due respect to Gordonians, that was a really fast, tough opening 20 minutes, open quarter. And I'm just so proud that we stuck in and our heads didn't go down, and we managed to pull it back and then go a strong half and then finish it off very well.
Firstly, congratulations. I think it was probably fair to say you might have been the underdogs for that match, but what a result for you today.
Oh yeah, so we knew our Gordonians are quality and a good, well-drilled team, and actually prepared for it. We had some really good journey in our cups, like from the start. Play some tough teams and play away from home probably, or every important game. So we knew it won't be easy. But we came back like we were 14-0 down, and just came back in the game.
So congratulations there to Hillhead Jordanhill for picking up the National League Cup. We now look at the Scottish Cup and a Glasgow derby between the current National 1 champions GHA, who were also looking for the league and cup double, as they took on their Cross River rivals Glasgow Accies. Your commentators now are Dale Clancy and Duncan McKinstry.
Good work rate from the forwards to carry forward and clear the GHA players out of the way. Black stoops again. Floated ball over the top, and it's well gathered. And now Glasgow Accies inches away from the line, just spill it short. Oh, and they've got the try. The referee, Sam O'Neill, was in a great position there.
Yeah, the Glasgow Accies have kind of came out the blocks here. They haven't been afraid to ship the ball wide, and have kept GHA moving around the park. And
GHA now on the attack. Fly the ball out wide, and there's a player in acres of space, and it's an instant reply from GHA. They get over the line. It looks like it's a try for Glenn Little.
yeah, that came from some excellent footwork from Daryl Ewing up this right hand side. That just allowed them to get in behind and play through their structure. Glenn Little obviously followed.
By doing so, they want to nudge themselves back in front, and the penalty does that. From the boot of Adam Scott. Last lifted the cup. Glasgow Hawks beating Edinburgh Academicals that day, 24 points to 13. So great to see another couple of Glasgow teams gracing Scottish Gas Murrayfield. And it is GHA to go over to reclaim the lead, and it's their scrum half Ben Curtis. He spotted an opportunity on the blind side.
Yeah, it was a good quick pick from Luke McCutcheon at the back there. Ben.
Looking at the options, and now there's a gap that's appeared just on the fringe of the ruck. And it's now the chance for Stuart Black, the opposition scrum half, to go in for a try. Anything Ben Curtis can do.
Yeah, that was the instant reaction that we were expecting from them. The guard and shield really just bit there to the dummy.
Bundle of bodies.
Back, good. Line, hands up.
Another drive towards the line. Sam O'Neill in a great position to see if that ball's grounded. Now out the back door, Drummond. He's found Hughes, and Hughes just skips off his right foot and dives over the line.
Yeah, it was a good couple of carries here, just drawn in that Accies defence. You could see Jack Segway's arm up in the far touchline, identifying the space. The GHA just got that overload, forced that last.
And then looking to go down this blind side yet again. Lonergan, pretty porous in defence, has allowed Glasgow Accies to steal some cheap yards towards that 5 metre line. Longwell scoops the shoulder, tries to barge his way over this line. He's stopped short, he's hauled down. The next wave of attack comes, and twisting and weaving, and it's Black at the double. Quick to scoop the ball off of the ground.
Yeah, Black's been really dangerous around the edge of the rucks, especially in the GHA 5 metre channel. They're just kind of biting a bit too early and just kind of being a bit passive, where you need to kind of get up, put guard and shield, close that gate.
It's presented Accies an opportunity to stretch their lead in the cup final. And it's an opportunity which has been taken by their fly half, Adam Scott. And there's James Smith coming on for Cowan as Gowdy is able to just launch the ball into the path of Jack Craig, it looks like this time, who sliced through the Glasgow Accies defensive line. But it's as easy as you like. Good work from Gowdy, ghosting towards the line. And hard work off the wing from Jack Craig. Line and great intent there from Glasgow Accies as McGinn looks to keep the momentum in this passage of play.
Play on!
Well hacked forward there by Lonergan. And the ball is then went loose to Glenn Little, and is able to scoot the ball up, and he is, and he knocks it down. Advantage GHA. When Glasgow Accies were on the attack, the loose bobbling ball fell kindly into the path of Glenn Little. Charlie Lonergan was the player that was able just to keep that alive, hack it from the hands of Glasgow Accies. But the work there from Glenn Little, the fortune as well. Collier doesn't find a jumper, but it falls gracefully into the hands of GHA, and it's Scott Plumridge who's diving over the line, and is it the try that seals glory on Silver Saturday for GHA in the Scottish Cup?
Onside.
It's a chance, and McFarlane gets the ball down.
Leave it! Hey!
It's another try for GHA.
Leave it, he went for the ball.
Yeah, out of the 3 matchups between the sides this season, this is the most points GHA have actually scored.
Physical in defence, but Accies are not going to go out with a whimper. Charging towards the 22-metre line, there's numbers up on that far side. Are they able to get the ball through the hands? It's an opportunity to get a try and close the gap, and they can squeeze it in the corner. It's an excellent try, it's perhaps the pick of the bunch.
Yeah, it was a fantastic break through the middle to begin with. Accies just worked really hard to get numbers on the open side while GHA were chasing back.
A day to remember for Glenn Little as Brace has sealed the victory, but it's going to be the outside centre, Charlie Lonergan, top scorer for GHA this season so far, to get the final say of this Glasgow Accies side, who have put in a formidable performance. But the final say goes to that man there, Charlie Lonergan.
Yeah, he's just plucked that one straight out the air. You can...
The echo of Championes rings out from their left-hand side. The GHA fans know that victory is theirs, and the final whistle from match official Sam O'Neill does crown GHA Scottish Cup champions. And the celebrations start on the pitch. 22 points separated the two sides in the end. GHA can add their name to that list as well, as it's walked down towards the front. Ewing and Fox hoist the Scottish Cup aloft as GHA are crowned Scottish Cup winners 2025.
Dario, winning captain, get a chance to lift a trophy at Murrayfield. What did that mean for you today?
Yeah, absolutely delighted. I think probably points in rugby career you think maybe you'll never win in. Extra special this season for us to have gone and done an undefeated season in the league, and then to come here, regardless of the circumstances, get the opportunity to play in the Scottish Cup final. It's massive. Can't really put it into words.
And what was it like playing at Scottish Gas Murrayfield on the pitch itself?
Yeah, big pitch. I must admit there was a point in the game where I thought, oh God, I don't know if I've enjoyed this. It's just game flies by. I think a big factor was that we struggled to get control of the game until the kind of last 20 minutes in that second half. But once we did, the depth we had in the squad and just kind of real maturity and opportunity to control the ball made all the difference. But yeah, big experience to go out and play on that big pitch. So.
Callum, congratulations. GHA's first trip to Murrayfield and first cup win as well. Tell us what that means for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely delighted. I mean, it's been a very exciting week for these boys. I think, people can say what they want, how the cup's kind of unfolded this year, but for this group of men, it was a great opportunity to get here and win. A few of these guys have been fortunate enough to play here in schools final in the past, but in terms of having an opportunity to play this group, particularly at the end of this long season, it's been very good for us. It was, delighted to go out and finish with a performance like that.
So many congratulations to GHA for winning the Scottish Cup and completing the league and cup undefeated double this year. What a fantastic day it's been so far as we now look to our final match. Hillhead Jordanhill were looking to avenge last year's final loss as they took on Watsonians, who are looking to make it 3 in a row for the Sarah Beani Cup. Dale Clancy is joined by Sarah Bell ahead of our final match.
The opening exchanges, a great offload out of the challenge. Watsonians start to sneak their way towards that line. Big ball out wide, Brian McNamara now looking to offload. Is it able to find space, and it's Watsonians who are going to strike the first blow. And Phaedra Snellam is going to dive over for an opening try for Watsonians.
They certainly got through in the second or third attempt, and I think that was really created there by Brian McNamara as well, even though that it was her that, the winger that scored it.
And Humans is introduced back to earth pretty promptly, as Fraser is just able to just pull a couple of Watsonians defenders out of the line, and it allows some space to stretch the legs for Beth Tobin, and she dives over for a try. Excellent work from Hillhead Jordanhill. They've started to settle into this game. Accurate from the line out, and then trying to go down the blind side. It's still got a bit of momentum, but well repelled by Hillhead Jordanhill. The next wave of attack is set. He charges towards the line, and the referee signals a try's been scored. I think it looks like Hayley Tucker has got over the try line. Mackenzie, pirouette there, McNamara in space, and it's a great supportive line from the inside centre. And rarely a game goes by that McNamara does not score a try, and she's got one in the Sarah Beani Cup final. Launcher, an attack back in field to Tucker, who's charging forward yet again, stooped down, looking to barge her way through the Hills defence. And now to the short side, linking up, it's Craig offloads, and there's a little gap in the corner that is able to be finished. I think it's Shiko. Beth Tobin skips her way down the line and then offloads it back in field, and there's a huge opportunity here for Hillhead Jordanhill, through Carla McDonald, to strike the first blow in the second half. 43 seconds on the clock. She now receives the ball from Nelson. Flat pass towards McNamara, and the space has been manipulated, and now it's a foot race to the line, but Tobin can't get back quick enough. Try and just get in behind that Watsonians defence, and they're asking Zammer to do that, and then they're in behind on the second attempt, and then they're in for the try. And it's Debbie Lee, a favourable side to attack from. A flat attacking line from Watsonians in the back division, as Walker is linking up and is able to find Mackenzie, who can squirm through, tries to roll over the line, and eventually the try is awarded. Nelson distributes from the base. Mackenzie then filters it forward, but it just fell into the clutches of a Hillhead's Jordanhill player, and it looks like Roma Fraser is going to streak her way down the pitch and go in between the uprights, and it is a breakaway try, and it has breathed life back into the Hillhead Jordanhill cause. Down to 14 players, and he travels forward. Mackenzie now finds Law, and Law is absolutely hammered, and that looked like a dangerous collision. I'm sorry, Roma Fraser, I thought it was 14 being called, but Roma Fraser has been shown a red. The final nail in Hillhead Jordanhill's coffin, and it's successful. Carla McDonald able to bring Coben into play, and then they splinter through. An opportunity here for Hills to get over the try line. The referee signals it's been grounded. It will be a narrow defeat against Watsonians as McDonald stabs the ball forward. The ball is ended up in the hands of a Hills player who can streak forward and get the final score in this game. Jasmine Hall with the final try in the Sarah Beani Cup final.
And the last say of the game for Hills.
How important was that penalty on 76 minutes from April Mackenzie, the player of the match? Now so no ill effects of that physical collision as she makes her way down towards the front and confirms the Sarah Beani Cup winners this year are Watsonians. 39 points to 38 victors over Hillhead Jordanhill, and the celebrations can now commence.
Yeah.
Rachel, just maybe talk us through that last 10 minutes. Some pretty crazy stuff happening. You're glad you took that 3?
Yes, and I think it's one thing we've talked a lot about over the course of the season and specifically kind of this week, game management, making the right decisions at the right time. So in terms of making the decision, 74, 75 minutes to take a shot at goal, anyone else are probably looking at that, no, you look like you've got enough points on the board there, but just all about keeping that scoreboard ticking over because we know how good Hills can be. We know that they play for 80 minutes and credit to them for the last 10 minutes of that game. And thankfully we'd done enough to come away with a win.
Well, for me, it's 3 years, and yes, I know they've got a great record prior to that. It's a privilege to coach a side like that, and when they are playing rugby like that, and that first half especially, you can just stand back and applaud really.
And so there we have it. Many congratulations to Watsonians as they win the Sarah Beani Cup for the 3rd season in a row, as that concludes Silver Saturday 2025. We'd like to thank everyone that joined us here on the day or watched our matches live. And don't forget, you can read the match reports and see the match highlights from the other games inside Hive Stadium now on scottishrugby.org. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next year. Goodbye.